Week 3, Day 4. Wilmington's Guide to the Bible, page 171. 4. The force behind Tyre, Ezekiel 28, 11 through 19. A. The identity of this force. We have already noted that in Ezekiel 28, 1 through 10, Ezekiel describes the pride of Ithobal II, who was ruler of Tyre at the time. But the prophet now moves beyond the earthly scene and describes for us the creation and fall of a vile and vicious non-human angelic creature. This fearful being is Satan himself, the real force behind the wickedness of Tyre. God often speaks to Satan through another indirect source. For example, 1. He spoke to the devil through the serpent, Genesis 3, 14 through 15. 2. He spoke to the devil through Simon Peter, Matthew 16, 23. B. The characteristics of this force. 1. The perfection of wisdom and beauty, Ezekiel 28, 12. No human being is ever described in these terms, but rather the contrary. See Romans 3, 23. 2. You were in Eden, the garden of God, Ezekiel 28, 13. Some have speculated that Ezekiel had Adam in mind here, but the Genesis account nowhere speaks of Adam's clothing being bejeweled with every precious stone fitted in gold. 3. The workmanship of thy tabrets and of thy pipes, Ezekiel 28, 13. Here, Dr. J. Dwight Pentecost explains what this phrase refers to. Musical instruments were originally designed to be means of praising and worshiping God. It was not necessary for Lucifer to learn to play a musical instrument in order to praise God. If you please, he had a built-in pipe organ, or he was an organ. That's what the prophet meant when he said, the workmanship of thy tabrets and of thy pipes. Lucifer, because of his beauty, did what a musical instrument would do in the hands of a skilled musician: bring forth a paean of praise to the glory of God. Lucifer didn't have to look for someone to play the organ so that he could sing the doxology. He was a doxology. Your Adversary the Devil, page 16. Page 172. 4. The anointed guardian cherub, Ezekiel 28, 14. A. He was anointed. In the Old Testament, there were 3 anointed offices: prophet, priest, and king. Here is a suggestion that Lucifer may have originally been created to function, under Christ, as heaven's prophet, priest, and king, but he failed. This may be the reason why God separated these offices. See 1 Samuel 13 and 2 Chronicles 26. B. He was a guardian cherub. A cherub was a special kind of angelic being whose purpose was to protect God's holiness. See Genesis 3, Exodus 25, 1 Kings 6, Ezekiel 1, and Revelation 4. Both archaeological and biblical evidence suggests they bore the likeness of a lion, calf, eagle, and man. Apparently, Lucifer was created, among other purposes, to demonstrate the earthly work of Christ as pictured by the 4 gospel writers. See for reference Ezekiel's living creatures and the Gospels, page 167, the fourfold gospel account, page 214, and Revelation 4, 6 through 8 outline, page 419. 5. Your heart was filled with pride because of all your beauty. Ezekiel 28:17, New Living Translation. Here is the first sin and the self-creation of the first sinner in all the universe. Capital letter F. Sidon. Ezekiel 28, 20 through 24. 1. Sidon was 20 miles north of Tyre and was founded by Canaan's firstborn. Genesis 10:15. 2. This city seems to have been the headquarters of the Baalite idolatry. The princess Jezebel, Scripture's most vicious woman, was a fanatical Baal worshiper from Sidon. See 1 Kings 16:31 through 33. In addition, Sidon was the center of Ashtaroth and Tammuz worship. 3. Because of its horrible influence, Sidon was likened to a pricking briar and a hurting thorn to the house of Israel. 4. God would thus punish Sidon by sending an epidemic of disease and an army to destroy her. This occurred in 351 BC, at which time the city was put to the torch by the Persians.